Hello and welcome to another art-related video. So for today, I have here a picture of Rainbow Dash that I sketched and inked out. And I got 4 copies of it. See, 1, 2, 3, 4. And on the bottom of it, I got 4 different kinds of pencil companies. I got Crayola, Art, Sargent, and Prismacolor. And I'm going to be testing out all 4 of those on these 4 different kinds, just to test them out side by side to see which one looks better, works better, all of that great stuff, and kind of see which one is the best. So yeah, let's get into it. And also, this is kind of just unrelated. I don't know if you can necessarily tell by the way that this is sketched out. You can probably tell better when it's colored. But I did this based off of the design for the new movie that came out this month, which is I got to see it. It was actually really good. And so yeah, like I said, it might be better to tell for that. Yeah, it's basically just promoting it because I thought it was really good and I was like, you should all see it. Yeah, let's definitely get into it this time. So first off, I'm using Crayola colored pencils. The ones I use are just the standard kind and also a set of the erasable ones that I got as a present one time. I used to use these all the time until I upgraded to a slightly better kind, so... Coloring with them now, I felt like the erasable ones were kind of waxy and kind of terrible at coloring. They did erase pretty well, even in the darker area, but it still seemed like a terrible candidate to use for coloring. I switched over to the normal ones in the process, and I had some trouble sharpening it since it was kind of small. I've always had that trouble with sharpening them though. I did use red and orange erasable if you noticed to see if they were any better, but they were still really bad, so I just took the normal ones for the rest of it. And I tried to show a couple times that whenever I sharpened it would break so it wouldn't be a completely smooth streak. In fact, I had to do a couple layers in a few places because of it. I would not recommend these pencils, especially if you want to make it look decent, so let's see how the others turned out. Next are the Art pencils, which I'm a bit more familiar and used to. And even though I did use them for most of my work, coming right out the Crayola pencils, I did feel a difference. It seemed smoother and easier to work with in the color in, even though it's technically also a cheaper kind of kid brand. I also tried to show a couple times as well that it was also better to sharpen. It wasn't easily broken. If it did break a little, it was a lot smaller, so it wasn't as bothersome. Also different than the Crayola kind is that I personally had a wider variety of pencils to use, so I had the right color to use instead of the limited kind I have with Crayola. I also noticed that these seemed brighter than the other ones, so I do recommend these for starting out with. If you want to get into pencil art, Art is what I suggest for a starter brand. And now I'm on Sargent Art pencils. I'm always seem to be going up the pencil quality ladder here. It does appear as smooth and bright as a Art, and it almost colored quite like a charm, probably because it was newer, sharpened pencils. I checked earlier and you can find these at any art store, although it's not available at Joann's. They're a bit pricey, but not super expensive. They're about $20 at Amazon and Hobby Lobby, although more expensive at Michael's. So now you know. I would kind of recommend these if you do want to get a higher quality pencil. So if you want to upgrade at some point, I would suggest Sargent Art. And lastly, Prismacolor. These are the highest quality that I know of pencils available. They must be made of gold because it's rather expensive. I got these rather cheap, but after checking online, a pack can range from $10 to $100, so definitely the expensive brand. But is it worth it? Personally, I would say not really. I heard that with Prismacolor, you're supposed to press down on them kind of hard, and going by what I've been taught with pencils, That's the thing you're not really supposed to do, but I guess with these pencils you kind of have to. But the perks I noticed is that they're very bold. They kind of pop off the page, which is nice, but again you kind of have to press down hard, which is something I didn't really do in this. And there is that price range, especially if you decide to go for a larger variety of these pencils. So these are the 4 pictures completed. We got Crayola, Art, Sargent, and Prismacolor, and I guess they came out okay. I definitely don't recommend this one because it's just awful, so I'm just gonna take that out. But with these 3 kinds, I would really recommend Art or Sargent just because I like how they color better, but Prismacolor is like the higher end, fancier ones, so it's just a matter of learning how to use them. But yeah, so I hope you liked this video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.